So, unbelievably, there are some 3 weeks left before 2024 begins. And you're probably wondering what might be coming up during the course of the year 2024. Hello, everybody. Welcome to and welcome back to my channel, Book Time with Elvis with me, Mark. And I hope very much you're doing well. The new year is almost upon us. What's happening on this channel? Well, the first thing I think I'm going to mention is that I am going to read. I've decided I'm going to jump in, and throughout January and possibly into February, I am going to read, if I can pick it up, Leo Tolstoy's War and Peace. The plan was to read that with Shaundi Standfast. I'm not sure if he's still banking on reading it. Hopefully he will return to BookTube during the course of the new year. But of course that remains to be seen. I know Alan from Big Hard Books and Classics has hinted his, or more than hinted, his desire to read it with me. And of course I throw it open to anybody else who would be interested in reading it along with me. We can create some kind of Vox or Discord or something like that. So do let me know in the comments below if you should like to read War and Peace with me. Now I think that is the only book that I'm 100% going to commit to, at least for now, during the course of 2024. I felt a little bit this year, like other years actually, that I probably take on too much, and I say to myself that I'm going to scale it back a bit. I said that last year, I think, as well. It didn't work out too well, but I'm determined to do it this year. And not join in as many events as I did or have been doing. And that's because I feel that there are just too many books that I have to try to read that I own. I'm not joining in the read what you own challenge, but I am to some degree. I don't know if I will set myself like a 25 book target or something like that, but I do feel with a move coming at some time next year, and obviously having to move these books, it's a good time to try and get through quite a few of them to see if they're worth moving in the first place, I suppose, right? No point in moving them if I don't like them. And there's just a lot of classics that I want to try and get read in 2024. Not necessarily, all of the ones that I'm mulling over, but at least a good few of them. Things like Don Quixote, Vanity Fair, and others. Tom Jones, for example, is another one. And I guess Anna Karenina, the Brothers Karamazov, and then I have been thinking about rereading Alexandre Dumas' The Count of Monte Cristo. It's been about 5 years, I think, since I read that. So those are some of the things that I'm mulling over reading in 2024. In terms of events, well, I guess the announcement may have gone up already by the time you watch this. If you're watching it on Patreon, it hasn't. But if you're watching this now on YouTube, it probably has. And that, of course, is the return of Historathon, this time Historathon 2024, which I will continue to be a host of. I read history books several times a year anyway, and the fact is there are quite a lot of co-hosts, and it's not particularly demanding. So I feel that I can still take part as a co-host in that, in terms of wanting to make videos and things around it. That's fine. I would do that anyway. But other things I'm not so sure. I will definitely join in June on the Range. That is my favorite BookTube event, I think. Although I plan to run Dr. November again during 2024 as well, which I thought was great fun. I made a great bunch of hosts and participants in that. Perhaps August of Adventures if there's interest in it. But I think generally it will be those two main events throughout the year, unless, of course, anything comes along and someone says to me, "Hey, Mark, would you want to be a host of this?" I will continue to take part in Very Literary Carrie's Black Hearts Book Club, which I enjoy because, if the book doesn't take my fancy, I don't have to join for that month, so it's fine. So I want to join certainly for the months that has books that interest me. And it's a great book club. I recommend anybody to give it a go. It's run through Instagram, so most people have access to that. I would like to ideally grow my Patreon. I've been enjoying it. I want to expand a few things. I want to get a book club properly up and running from January or at least February at the latest. We tried it briefly. I think it was back in October. I don't know how successful it was. Certainly a few people did partake in that. I want to kind of really build up the community feeling over there. I very much enjoy it because I like the way that I can bring all three of my channels together in one place, and I can also do updates throughout the day. For example, if I'm arriving at school and it's looking particularly beautiful, I mean, I can do that, of course, on Instagram, but here everything is collected, and I think it's a fairly reasonable price at $4 US a month. I don't think it's too bad, and you do get a short story every Saturday as well, read by yours truly. I mean, that surely on its own would be worth $4 a month. Should you be interested to join, of course, the link is down below, and it would make a very lovely Christmas present for somebody, I'm sure. But I think really that's it. I'm going to concentrate a little bit more as well on my, I'll call it my second channel, because it's the second biggest channel I've got, which is my little house in Bohemia. I want to kind of concentrate on that too, because once, especially the spring comes, we'll be moving to the exciting phase of when it's really starting to come together, and then I suppose hopefully by the middle of the year we shall be moving, and this background will become a thing of the past, and we'll be having a lovely our lovely video sessions from the countryside, so that would be jolly nice as well. So I think that's it, really. Nothing super revelatory. Please, as I say, do note down below if you are interested in reading War and Peace with me throughout January and possibly February, because it is quite large. I started the year off reading Les Miserables, and it was also a big book, and it did take me through till February, but it was a nice way to start the year, and I think doing that with War and Peace will be perhaps engender a similar feeling, a good way to kind of hit the ground running during the course of the new year. So everybody, thank you very much, and I won't wish you all Merry Christmas and Happy New Year yet, of course, it's far too early, but I will be back definitely soon. Take care, everyone. All the best. Bye-bye.